Well, there's something a little exciting, not in the quarters, but in the dimes. It looks like one of the rolls here, as you can see, kind of like that bronzy edge right there, has a silver dime in it. I'm going to go through the quarters first and then I'll go through the dimes. So I have about $400 here in coin, which is going to be 20 rolls of dimes and 30 rolls of quarters. And off the bat, I'm going to be starting off with an American quarter. Any proofs, any colorized, any NFIC? That's one of the things I'm always looking for when I do my hunts, is always trying to find something different or particularly odd. You never know what you can find out there, so it's always a good chance to check your coins while you can. Like already, got a Rest Relief quarter, which is pretty sweet. And I always find these in like pretty good condition, so I'm not going to keep every single coin in this hunt, but I will check and see if there's any interesting ones. So put this one off to the side. Then I'll do another roll here and see if we can find anything. And it looks like I'm already going to be shorted because I got a nickel. That's not that great. So looks like I'm getting shorted in these rolls potentially. So that is not cool. Normally this is what the enamel ones would look like from a decent amount of wear. Something not worth keeping. I don't keep every single colorized coin that I find, but if they're in really good shape, then I will. Yeah, looks like I got shorted in that roll. Gotta take that nickel back up. 20 cents. And I will do another roll here. It's making me a little suspicious that this one might be shorted as well. I always get rolls shorted by people who put tape on the rolls. And no, I'm not. Something looks a little odd. Nope, just a dirty quarter. Looks like it's silver, but it's not. Who knows, maybe I can find another 1991. I would always like to find more of those, considering with a mintage of, I'm pretty sure, 459,000. They're pretty hard to come by. Not seeing much of anything in this roll, so I'll go on to the next one. Just to make it a little bit more of an interesting hunt. Do a few rolls here. Build up a little bit of suspense if there is anything in these rolls, so. And I'm not seeing much of anything in this one. A nice 1995, but it's not a proof. I'm not going to keep it. I have a bunch of these that are in pretty good shape, so no point of really keeping it. And another one. Another Rest Relief. And I'm going to start going through the rest of these and putting the ones I already have out here away. And if I happen to find anything here shortly, I'll call you guys back in. Well, this is a little exciting, and I'm going to show you underneath the microscope to show you what I normally see. But I found a men's colorized hockey quarter in really excellent shape, as you can see. And this one has the rays too, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys underneath the microscope what it looks like in a moment. And with no indentation around the two, you can clearly see that this is a raised 2 men's hockey colorized quarter. And the enamel is just rich, and it's in really decent shape, like it's barely even circulated. It's got kind of some dust marks and maybe a little few nicks and stuff like that, but a really decent quarter, to say the least. Wow, that's going to be my 5th one that I've found so far. So if I happen to find anything else in these rolls, I'll call you guys back in. So I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, I have a roll of quarters here, and I'm pretty sure this is a whole roll of American, because when I was looking at the enders, there's American here, and American there, and it weighs pretty much the same weight as a whole roll of American quarters. Could possibly either be missing one, or it could be just a Canadian side, but it's looking like a whole roll of American plus a foreign. Huh. 1 peso from the Philippines, yet again, and a couple of Canadians, so that is probably what made it way less, but hopefully there's some West Points or something. I'm seeing 60 American quarters, 65 to 66. Too bad those weren't Canadians. Yeah, nice drummer boy. Should probably check to see if there's doubling on those D mint marks. From what I was told, there's doubling for the Denver Mint drummer boy quarters, so that's something that I should look under the loop by the very end. But I'm not seeing much of anything. I'm not seeing any West Points or anything that's particularly calling out my name, other than quarters that I wish that they were Canadian, but so it was a whole roll of quarters, but dang, that's a lot of American, I would say. So take 3, 4 out of there. Make that a whole roll of American quarters. That's pretty sweet for that. And since I'm already here, I might as well do one right now, just to see if there's anything else. Other than more American quarters. And there's the uncolorized version of men's hockey. This has the raise 2, so this would be technically kind of like that. But normally, colorized versions has the indentation to indicate that it's not a raise 2. Crossing the Delaware. Don't see any cutting around the arms or top of the head, but basically they're pretty cool. So there's that. Another American, and not seeing much anything else. Finding foreign, tons of American. The only thing to make this hunt better is some silver. Hopefully I find something in these next 5 rolls. Call you guys back in here shortly. Now it's on to the dimes. And I'm getting tape all stuck all over me, so I'm going to get rid of this. I didn't find any silver in the rest of those quarters. Nothing too else other than a bunch of American, as you can clearly see, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure there's $16 plus that drummer boy there. So I'm a little curious to see what's inside this roll. If I can ever get the tape off. There. And I'm pretty sure 100% that that is a silver dime. So you can clearly see right there. So let's do the honors and pull it out. And it is going to be silver. What is it going to be? A 1968 50% silver dime. Nice. That is really cool. Getting silver today and yesterday. So I'm going to start going through these dimes. If I happen to find anything particularly odd, I'll call you guys back in. I'm on the final roll of dimes, and I would say this hunt was pretty good. Another great hunt to end the day. Hopefully tomorrow will be great, other than getting short of 20 cents, but oh well. So let's hopefully see if there's a friend inside the last roll. I see an American friend, but I'm not seeing much of anything else. So I want to go through this final roll and then call you guys for the wrap up. I would say this was another good hunt. I ended up finding 2 in these colorized 2017 quarters, which I'm obviously going to keep. Found I'm pretty sure this is a Brock War of 2012, which is pretty cool. I ended up finding a women's hockey colorized. Found a couple breast cancer quarters. And I also happened to find a Race 2 men's hockey variation, which is going to be the 5th one that I have found so far. In total of American, in terms of dimes and quarters, there was about $16.70. Got down, changed 20 cents, so that's going to put my grand total up to $24.55, considering I also hunted this morning and also got a nickel for that as well. So I also found a 2010 colorized poppy quarter. I also found a 1 peso or peso from the Philippines, which is pretty cool. Got a nickel from the short change, and from the end of all this, I also happened to have found a 1965 silver dime in that see-through roll. If it wasn't for the silver dime, I wouldn't have gotten any silver today. So, moral of the story is, it takes a lot to find a little. So, subscribe to my channel. It really goes out a long way. And sorry for my jitters there, but it's always awesome to find stuff like this. So, the moral of the story, guys, stay tuned for more videos down the road, and happy hunting!